back. This one's called Name Shuffler. Pretty straightforward. Write a function that returns a string in which first name is swapped with last name. You can see an example here. They took John McClane and reversed it to McClane John. Probably would have been better to add a comma in there. That's typically how we write names when we reverse them like that, but the rules of this challenge are to simply reverse them with a space. We don't do anything with capitalization, just whatever is taken in is reflected out in reverse order. So, a few different ways of going about this. Let's look at a couple. So, I'm going to use some string methods. Feel free to consult the docs if you'd like some ideas there, need some inspiration. I'll start by making a string array. Let's call it tokens, because I'm going to use the strings split method. And there are a lot of different overloads for this. We've used this, I believe, but basically you specify the character that you want to split on, which is a space for me. Notice I'm using single quotes because it's a char, a character. And then there's one overload in particular that lets you specify a max count of pieces that you want. So I can say 2 here. Imagine the input was, 3 names or just some gibberish 3 words, John Wilkes Booth, something like that, right? That could, it may not be defined what you should do. So in this way, I'm just saying, hey, take the first 2, whatever the first 2 are, and I'm going to ignore the rest. Of course, in a real scenario, you would handle those kind of situations as appropriate. For here, I'm just not going to worry about it so much. So this will take our input string and split it into 2 pieces, a maximum of 2 pieces there. You can check this method here. Here's an example. They made a string array, split 2. That's sort of how it's used. So there's a bunch of other overloads you can see from here. Feel free to explore those. Anyway, so now that we have 2 tokens, we can do something like simply return tokens 1, which is actually the second one, right? Because we know we have 0-based numbering, 0-based indexing. And then I made a space. Notice between these 2 curly brace sets, I left a space. And then the first token. So this sort of, normally it would be token 0 and tokens 1 is the order we got it in, and I just inverted that by saying 1 and 0. So I think this should work. Test it. Okay, it looks good. Do the full one. Good. And then we'll do a little quick bonus for all you one-line Wallies out there. Let's do so we can take string split, right? Split into 2 pieces. We know that gives us a string array. We know that arrays are enumerable. So I can use some link stuff here to reverse the order of those tokens. There's 2 of them, reverse the order. That's good. But the question is, how do we know that this will return a collection of strings, but I need to get back to a single string. So the string class has this handy join method where you can specify a character that you want to join with. In some contexts, you may want a comma. In my case, I just want a space. And so it will take each token in this second argument here as a collection. It'll take each argument in that collection and put a space between them for you. So I think that should do it. One line Wally there. Let's try this one. No, overload for reverse. Oh wait, I think I need a we're using link methods here, right? Should have brought that in. Let's try this again. There you go, one-line Wallies. Nice. We got to use a couple other methods in here. Haven't looked at this overload of the split method where you can specify a max number of tokens. That's nice. Reverse was quite handy, and then join it all together with a space. So yeah, I think that's a nice solution. Do share yours. Let's go ahead and send this one off. Collect some Caillou. Imagine it'll be a lot like that. Yeah, join, split, reverse, just like we did. That's very popular. Same thing. Yeah, that's kind of like what we did in the first example, right? So yeah, not much else to say about that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.